Deshaun Watson signed a massive $230 million deal. It was fully guaranteed. That came with a lot of scrutiny. I got some thoughts, but I'm more interested to hear what Joy has to say. Joy, is Deshaun Watson earning his paycheck? Ching, ching.
I mean, I think he earned it this week.
No doubt.
In the latter part of the second half. But you got to play all four quarters. That first half was pedestrian. There's nothing going on. But they got the win on the road against a division opponent. They needed it. Lamar and the Ravens were rolling. I don't know if all of us picked them to win this weekend. And we were singing their praises going into the weekends. And you were right. The Cleveland Browns defense was better than the Baltimore Ravens offense.
Absolutely.
That is what happened, and Deshaun Watson put them in place to kick that field goal and win the game in that fashion. If you're going to win games, and that's how you're going to do it, and maybe that's how the Browns are built, similar to other teams around the league, then I guess it's worth it. Now, look, some things are overpriced. I like Chanel. I don't know if it's actually worth that.
I like it too.
It makes me happy when I buy it, but I don't know if it's actually worth what it is when I purchase it. But if you're getting the wins, then I have to say yes. Overall, this year, probably not. You'd like to see more flashy wins. You'd like to see more blowouts. You'd like to see better statistics. But I think that win, while I wouldn't call it a signature win, was a great win for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, that one was huge. As I look at it, Deshaun is absolutely earning his paycheck. Number one, you pay somebody to win football games. Yep. And that is what Deshaun Watson is doing. 5-1 as a starter this year in Cleveland. You do not pay Deshaun Watson to lead the league in touchdown or to lead the league in passing yards. He did that in Houston, America. Let's not forget, 2020, he led the league in passing yards. You want to know what the Texans' record was? 4-12. You pay Deshaun Watson to win football games, but you also pay Deshaun Watson to make pivotal plays in pivotal moments that win the pivotal games. It was 2nd and 19. It was 2nd and 19, and it was a gotta-have-it play. James Jones, I didn't want to do it, but we got to go to the big board.
Here I go.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
I ain't going.
I didn't want to. Don't go, Shady.
I don't believe.
Don't believe.
I don't believe.
Okay, it was 2nd and 19, y'all. Shady, we talked about this last week. You said, I want the best players to play well versus the good teams.
Yeah.
Shady was like, and I disagreed at first. I was like, Shady, what you're saying doesn't make sense. Play well versus the bad teams. You said, I want the good players to play great versus the good teams.
Yeah.
The Baltimore Ravens have the number one defense in football. It was 2nd and 19 after a sack that was not of Deshaun Watson's fault. Fumble. You pick it up. Baker Mayfield, Colt McCoy, Robert Griffin, Jason Campbell, Johnny Manziel, Brady Quinn. They do not both make the 2nd and 19 throw and make the 1st and 10 scramble. You pay Deshaun Watson for that. He did that. I think he's worth the
You know what? I don't want to kill Deshaun Watson's performance. I don't want to do that. I will say this, though. One thing I did like about him is he showed toughness. He got hurt. I thought he was done. He came back for his teammates. I love that part of it. But can we say we're going a little too far here? Like, you guys just showed me 2 plays saying that's $230 million worth. Like, what? That's 2 plays. So let me ask you 2 questions I got for y'all. All 3 of y'all. All 3 of y'all. One is, do you think that the Ravens gave this game up, right? Or you think the Deshaun Watson won this game?
What do you mean
That's
by
the first
Ravens
question.
gave it up? Like Lamar didn't play well?
Right.
Okay. I'm just trying to see what
I'm trying to get some answers.
Okay.
I think Deshaun Watson capitalized off of their mistakes.
I think both, because this Cleveland Browns defense is big time too, and they made a play when they had to.
I think that it was a great all-around win. All 3 phases of the game. Special teams was big, defense was huge, and Deshaun, when it mattered most, didn't make mistakes.
Yeah, well, okay, so I'll give you my take on it. I think that the Browns defense played better than the Ravens defense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's for one. For 2 is they damn near had 200 yards rushing. They couldn't stop the run either, the Ravens. They couldn't stop the run.
Neither could.
We just strictly talking about the Bears, right?
Go ahead. The Browns. Yes, sir.
Couldn't stop the run. And then, as you look at the game, so you said the question was, do you think Deshaun Watson's earned his money?
Yeah.
Now, $230 million, right? That is the number 1 guarantee in football. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So he has number 1 guarantee in football. So you could say, let's say top 5, contract-wise. If you look at his stats since he's been playing, he's averaging 185 yards per game. That's 28th. That's ranked 28th.
Sure.
8 touchdowns. That's ranked 24th. 6 turnovers and 2 pick six. So we can speak on one game, and I can give you guys that. I think that he played good. Yeah. He didn't play great. He didn't have, like you said, he had some really, really good moments, and he played good. But overall, I think the Ravens, they gave this game up. Yeah. I seen the Ravens give a game up like this. I seen last year give a game up like this to the Dolphins.
Yep. Oh,
I see In the Bills. They gave it to the Bills. So my thing is, I'm learning something about the Ravens. They are a really, really good team. They are a really, really a tough playoff team, contender. But they got to learn how to finish.
Yeah.
They got to learn how to take the good.
Here's my thought, though, Shady. It's like,
Okay,
you make a great point.
Yeah.
But the great quarterbacks, the great players, they will find a way to manipulate your error. I don't know if y'all remember last year, the Saints were playing the Bucs. Tom Brady comes back from down 14 versus the Saints with like 4 minutes left.
Okay.
But if y'all recall, Mark Ingram stepped out of bounds when he should have stayed in bounds.
That's right.
That gave the Bucs about 40 more seconds. It was Mark Ingram's error that allowed Tom Brady to take advantage of it. Without the error, there is no advantage. So Shady is right. Lamar Jackson throwing that pick six, it's what made the game 31.
Can I get to that? So that's two different things, though. Mark Ingram stepping out of bounds, that's different from actually a pick six.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
Instead of fourth down, you got to punt the ball and make Deshaun Watson that has 185 yards per game, ranked 28th.
Sure.
8 touchdowns, ranked 24th.
Sure.
Make that quarterback, right? Drive all the way down, score that touchdown. And then you got to do it again.
Yep.
So my thing is, when you ask me, has he earned his money? I can't say he's earned his money yet. Because the thing is, when you play, you talking about great players, he used to be great. He used to be great. He's not great no more. And my thing is,
I can't say that.
Hold up. But when you get help like that, when you get a pick six, hear me out. You get a pick six.
I ain't say nothing.
So now you don't have to go all the way and score and then come all the way back and score again.
Sure.
So that's why I asked the first question was, do you think it was more of Deshaun Watson or was more of the Ravens giving that? Because even a pick six, Lamar Jackson had to do that.
Sure.
Punt that thing off.
I agree with you.
Come on.
The only thing I will say is remember how the game started. Deshaun Watson threw a pick six of his own.
On the second play, right?
No doubt about it.
Like what?
So both those plays in my mind are a wash. What I'm thinking is this, though. It's like, if you...
That's a wash. That's a wash?
No, not
the game's 0-0.
Yeah, not in the first quarter.
And
then now we go to the second half where we have the lead at a comfortable lead.
Here's what I'm saying is...
lead, I want to say.
That's what I'm saying.
Deshaun Watson outplayed Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson is also making a lot of money. Higher average annual value, Deshaun Watson's fully guaranteed. They will both see all of their bread. If you don't know enough about sports, they will both see all of it. So if you outplay Lamar Jackson and the defense you're going up against isn't as good as the defense he's going up against, I don't know
But
how
here's
you
what
can
I'm
do
agree
that.
with Shady. Sorry, James.
Go ahead.
He hasn't earned his money yet.
At all.
Earned in completion, no. Because if you pay someone $230 million guaranteed, and while Lamar will see all of his money,
No doubt.
everybody's sitting out for guaranteed money.
right.
So, yes, but if it didn't matter, people wouldn't fight for it. So it matters that it's $230 million guaranteed. That does matter. He hasn't earned up.
He's earning.
Yet.
The question is he earning?
That's why I agree with you. Earning, because he's winning games. He's putting them in a position to make the playoffs. You have to make the playoffs in order to win in the postseason, to get to a Super Bowl. And winning a Super Bowl, in my opinion, is the only way he earns $230 million guaranteed. It is a zero-sum game to me when you have that much money guaranteed in a contract for one position. And we know what the situation was in order to acquire Deshaun Watson. They outbid everyone else to get him. So he hasn't earned it yet. But where I will agree is those two plays to beat a team like that is earning his contract.
And Acho brought me up to the board, but I'm with you, Shady. This is one game that I feel like this was as close as he's been to the Deshaun Watson that we have seen from the Houston Texans, right? And that is why we are asking this question, because he ain't been playing like this. He has not been making throws like this. He has not been making plays like this with his legs. This is what we've been waiting to see. So for me, the best thing a quarterback can have in this league is what? Consistency.
Sure.
Right? And since Deshaun Watson has came to the Cleveland Browns, it hasn't been consistent. Are they finding ways to win because he has a solid football team around him, a good defense? Sure. But we haven't seen this dude that was on that football field yesterday, especially when it mattered. You know, making plays with your legs, making those big time. We haven't seen that. So for me, 230 M's guaranteed. I need more. Now,
way more.
Is it exciting for the coaching staff to see that and for Deshaun Watson to win a game, and he might get some confidence and some mojo off of that? But I need to see him do that more consistently.
My question, though, is this. You say way more. I hear you. How much better can you get than 5-1? 6-0. So, like, I would love to see more from Joe Burrow, too. I would, because Joe Burrow, I believe,
Burrow's in a different league than Deshaun Watson. They're not comparable.
I'm just saying I would love to see more than that.
But the consistency does matter, though. Like you feel like if he's playing the way that, like, the Ravens gave that game away. And you're right. The Ravens got to find, they got to find ways to
They gave
finish
that game away.
They didn't
But
give
let's,
that game away.
yes, they did.
You had to take something.
But
Sure,
You had to
okay, fine,
take
fine.
it.
You know what?
Just really
Fine,
quick, though.
fine.
It was 31-30.
We'll switch it around.
The
We'll
Browns
switch it
weren't
around.
winning.
The Browns defense, which is excellent, the Browns defense didn't accidentally do that. So I'm with you there. The Browns defense was that good that they took the game away from Lamar
doubt.
Jackson. Lamar gave it, they took it. They were in position to take it away. Consistency does matter, though. You're not going to be able to have those kind of statistics game in and game out before last night and do that in the postseason, which is the only reason he's there.
Hold on real quick. Let me say this.
Go ahead, sir.
Can we take wins out of it and go off of our eyes?
You want to take the most important thing
The
out
only
of
reason
the
why I say that
conversation?
is because
No.
No,
Nope.
the only
Because then
reason
how are we going to talk about Jalen Hurts? If we're taking wins out of it, how you want to talk about Jalen Hurts, James? How are we going to do that?
He can't touch Jalen Hurts right now.
Yeah, he's not. He's not Jalen
If we
Hurts.
only
touch Jalen Hurts right now.
if you only want to talk stats and take wins out of
No,
it,
but Jalen Hurts'
I want
stats
you to-
last year were way better than
we're talking
Jalen.
about
I just
this
want
year.
I want eyeball tests right now. Do you think we've been seeing the
don't wanna do
Deshaun
that.
Watson that we are used to seeing in Houston this season, even though he's 5-1?
I think we've seen it 3 games. I do not think we've seen it the duration of the season. But here's what I'm trying to say. Why is the MVP conversation so muddied right now? Because every quarterback, not one,
Yes.
every quarterback has looked real like, huh? Like,
It's been games that they
yes,
yes.
Tua Tagovailoa,
Yes.
love the man.
Jalen Hurts.
New York Giants, huh?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, New York Jets, huh?
Patty Mahomes.
Josh Allen, New York Jets, and every other, huh?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, Denver Broncos, huh?
Yeah.
So I can't. Lamar Jackson yesterday, huh? Yeah. Joe Burrow, 4th quarter yesterday, 2 picks, huh? I can't take wins out of
The thing
it.
with Deshaun Watson is earning your money. That's the main. I keep putting that in my head. And I think the problem is that we are lowering the standard from Deshaun Watson at the Texans, where we seen greatness. Where I was like, yo, I don't know, man. Patrick Mahomes up here, but Deshaun Watson, he's right. Now we won't even dare speak the same words and same names together, right?
Of course.
Right?
Yes,
You don't
sir.
even. So I think we're taking a standard what he used to look like compared to, hey, he's winning games now. For example, $230 million is a lot of money,
It is.
right?
It is.
He's played 12 games with the Browns.
Yeah.
Not one time have you hit 300 yards. Not one.
Yeah.
You didn't even sniff it. So I'm not trying to come at him, but when you ask me certain questions, I got to be real about it.
No,
I'm a big Deshaun Watson fan. With all the stuff off the field, I still was riding with him. Because I think he's a hell of a player and a good person. My thing is, and when you ask me, is he earned his money? I'm thinking like how?
But here's my question.
Some boys over here for the Ravens was up like 14 points, and Lamar and them boys gave that game up.
What would you rather?
Won.
What would you rather?
What would I rather what?
The 4,900 yards Deshaun passed for in 2020 when they were 4-12, or the measly amount of
So watch
yards
this.
measly that he's passing for now and they're 5-1?
Yeah,
What would you prefer?
But if you take that greatness over there, because he was greatness over there, you take that greatness in Houston and you put that player with the Browns.
He did what he did yesterday.
No,
He
he's
did
not.
what he did
He
yesterday.
barely touched 20 yards last.
He won the game with 2 pivotal plays
Bro.
with the game on the line.
You want to take the win? That's
Emmanuel,
cool.
like the wins.
They do the same thing with Jimmy G.
No,
So I get it.
No.
He
The
won.
wins
Cool.
are
He won.
important. The wins are important, and it is all that matters.
Yeah.
Right now, today, on November 13th. In January and February, if he can win like that and win games, then I'm with you. But you believe that those performances, even that performance yesterday
Right.
where they didn't do nothing in the first half, is enough to justify that? Like, that's going to be good enough?
The only reason I will say yes, is if you are going up, AFC North, you know it better than anybody at the desk. You lived it. Pittsburgh Steelers are in that division. If you are in the toughest division in football right now.
They are.
The AFC North, I was drafted to the Cleveland Browns, so I can also say I know it kind of well. It's a very hard pace to play, whether Cleveland, whether Baltimore, whether Pittsburgh, wherever. Yeah. It is going to be ugly. If you can go to Baltimore versus the best defense in football, and win that game with a game-winning drive because your kicker, Dustin Hopkins, missed the extra point that would have tied it up 31-31. If you can march down the field, convert 2nd and 19 after your left tackle gives up a sack, then convert 1st and 10 when a first-round pick is screaming unblocked, and you convert and pick up 16 yards, then yes.
So they play the Chiefs. It's cut right now, the way that they've played up until this season, the performances you've seen of Deshaun Watson up until the season, including yesterday. They play the Chiefs
But see, that's
in the playoffs next weekend.
That's tough.
You're taking the Browns?
I'm not necessarily, but what I'm taking
He's not going to do it.
No, here's what I'm saying is let's have this conversation. Let's go back to Shady. I think you were there because I think the Chiefs won the Super Bowl that year. I think, but correct me if I'm wrong. Let's go back to 2020.
Playoffs, Texas.
Yes.
He was there.
Mac Wilson for the Browns, linebacker, knocks out Patrick Mahomes. Controversy because Patrick Mahomes' mom thought it was a dirty hit, et cetera.
I wasn't there.
Weren't
No,
there then?
no.
Somebody has to come in to replace Patrick Mahomes. Was it Chad Henne?
Nope.
Matt Moore?
No, Chad Henne.
Chad Henne.
Yep.
That's coming
They
to
still win.
They still won.
They still won.
Baker Mayfield had a drive to go down the field and take the lead in that game.
Mm-hmm.
What I am suggesting is, if it is Deshaun Watson, you go down the field, you take the lead, you could win. Because Baker Mayfield in the game versus the Ravens yesterday, I don't believe they win.
Wait.
I love Baker.
Hold up. Let me get these notes.
Yep.
What tells you that you think Deshaun Watson will go there and win because he did it yesterday?
Because Deshaun made plays that I haven't seen.
What I'm asking you is,
yes, sir.
Do you feel like that because the game you watched yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
all the other games you watched of Deshaun Watson this year, does that performance still win?
Only 2 other times do I think he could have done it.
Wait, hold on, bro. Hold on.
Only
Now.
2 other
Hold on. Now we
performances.
just picking and choosing what we want. My son does that too. So wait, he's 5-1 right now.
Yes, sir.
So out of 6 games,
3 of them, I think he gave you those types of winning performances. But I'm being honest. It's not like I'm saying all 6.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
So with your own 2 eyeballs, you think this is Deshaun Watson?
And your glasses. 2 eyes and the glasses.
That we've been seeing in Houston. You think he showed up in Cleveland since this 230?
My response would be this, and people won't like to hear it. I think it is harder to play football in Cleveland than it is to play football in Houston for a plethora of reasons.
I know, but I'm just talking football player, right? The reason why you broke down those 2 plays is because you ain't seen that Deshaun Watson since he was in Houston.
And
right?
won.
You know
And
what
won.
I'm saying?
Correct.
So that's why I'm saying with your own 2 eyes through this 5-1 winning streak, we have not seen that dude.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
That's all I'm saying. We ain't seen the Deshaun Watson.
That's what I'm saying,
But
too.
here's my
I'm
thought
still
process.
looking for him.
I think that Deshaun Watson and greats, in my mind, greats become greats because of moments.
Yes.
Like, great.
I'm still in for the brother.
And in my mind, and I'll go to break off this, I think greats become greats because of moments. I promise you, I don't remember all of Michael Jordan's career.
doubt,
I don't.
no doubt.
But I remember him stripping the ball from Karl Malone,
Right.
Game 6, taking it down the joint, crossing up Byron Rose. I don't remember all of LeBron's
He had
career, and I was
30-something
here
he had
for it.
30-something points that
I
game.
don't remember all of his career, but I remember LeBron's chase down block. I don't remember all of Kyrie's career. I promise you I don't. But I remember him hitting the game. I don't remember all of Robert Orr's career. I don't remember all of Ray Allen's career, but boy, do I remember the steps.
You talking about championship
Yeah,
games?
you talking about the postseason. This is a regular season game against the Ravens.
Agreed.
my
But in my mind, the only way you can get there, because if the Browns lose that game, they're sitting at 5-4, and it's not looking good. The only way you can get to the postseason is if you have performances in games like
So
that.
if he don't make them 2 throws, you bashing him.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
So now, if he don't make one of them plays, it wasn't $230 million worth of plays. It's like what, one?
No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt. That play
I ain't gonna lie. Daniel Jones, this would be good. It's encouraging for you, brother. All you have to do
Get
is
the break.
get 200 yards,
Get
right? You get sacked 4 times, throw a pick, and a touchdown, and you can be $230 million.
I mean, he's making really good money to do
I'm just-
way less than that.
I mean, it's close for you. It's close.
Nah, man.
And Daniel
one
Jones is the 8th highest paid quarterback, and Deshaun's the 2nd.
Deshaun's average 185 yards passing. That ain't hard to do.
5-1, hard to do. AFC North. Coming up, the Patriots lost again.
That Bill.
Hey, Shady, is Bill Belichick's legacy taking a hit?
Hey, Bill's just being Bill.
Hey, that's next on Speak, family. We're just getting warmed up.
Good stuff.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.